guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you how I make this beautiful resin geode. This is the first time I make a geode and I don't have a geode mold, so I'm using this hot glue gun to make the mold on parchment paper. And now I'm using some glass pieces. These are glass pieces I picked up from the beach to make this crystal effect, and just lay them out on the inside of the geode. And some pieces I put on the outer corner. Now I mix my resin together. Here I'm using a 2 to 1 part craft resin, and as far as I remember, I think I'm using 50 milligrams of the resin and 25 milligrams of the hardener. Now mix it together until it has a clear and homogeneous consistency. So I'm pretty new at doing this resin things, so I'm not an expert and I'm just trying and learning, and this is the first time I'm making this geode. But I'm really excited. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, people doing this geode, and I really loved it and want to have one, so I made it. And here I'm mixing the resin with some colors, and because I'm not an expert, I don't have any pigments or fancy alcohol inks, so I'm just using acrylic paint and some food colorings and some glitter that I have at home. But if you want to use food coloring, you have to notice that you just need a few drops, and not every food color is working with resin. Some of mine changed color after I mixed it with resin, so you have to try and find out which food color is good for it. And here I am mixing some glass splitters with the rest of the clear resin and put it on top of the glass pieces. I thought it will make like the crystal-y effect, but it doesn't really work. And now I'm pouring the translucent glue. This is resin with food coloring. Now the opaque glue. Here I'm using resin with some acrylic paint. I'm just experimenting. If you're doing this, just try and find out what you like, what your taste is. And here's some more of the translucent blue. And yeah, just pouring the colors over each other and make a pattern that I wanted. Now I'm making some white lines using resin and white acrylic paint. And you have to make sure, if you use acrylic paint, that you don't use too much, because it can prevent the resin from hardening and will have a gooey texture. So just use a little bit of the acrylic paint. Now using a popsicle stick, I blend the colors together to get it those marble effect and the pattern that I like. Here I'm adding some dark blue glitter to the center or close to the glass pieces to give it more of the geode effect. And I'm adding some gold glitter close to the center. And now I'm trying to make some golden lines using resin mixed with a little bit of gold acrylic paint. And yeah, you can see, I don't know, the outcome is spreading a little bit, so later I will paint on the lines again using acrylic paint. And now I'm making some white lines, yeah, to give it more definition and depth. And now I'm adding more of the glass pieces to give it a more of three-dimension look. I'm so sorry I didn't record how I get the piece out of the mold, but after 24 hours of hardening, I did remove the parchment paper and the hot glue, and as you can see in the last clip, there was some leaking and I did break it off. It was quite easy because of the hot glue at the edges. And now I'm starting to paint some lines and make it more live. And I painted the edges with some gold acrylic paint to make it more of a glamorous look. And for the paint I used 2 layers to make it really bold gold looking edge. And I'm quite happy with the outcome at the end. And I'm also painting the edges of the inner hole gold to make it look better. Now, as you can see, I'm placing the geode on 2 plastic cups over a parchment paper because I want to layer the top of the geode with more resin. Here I'm using 11 grams of the resin and 5.5 milligrams of the hardener just to give the geode a clear resin coat. Mix the resin and the hardener together until you get a clear consistency. Now I'm pouring the resin on top of the geode and make a clear top coat. I'm spreading out the resin using a popsicle stick and also trying to pop some of the bubbles. And after that, let it set again for another 24 hours. And after that, you have your finished resin geode. Here I have some shoots of the resin geode so you can see it better. And I did some shoots outside in the sun so you can really see the glitter sparkling. And I'm really happy with the outcome. It's my first try and I think it's good enough. And it's a good decoration for my room. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!